Hello and a very warm welcome to Bharata First. You're watching Toppers Top. I'm Pereira. And since you're here, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share the content as well so that more people get to know about Bharata First. Over the past week, I've been talking to, overachievers. I won't call it overachievers, but wonderful achievers in the field of UPSC CSE 2021, toppers who have done quite a big and done us all proud. Today, we get to meet another one such person. It's Samyak Jain, who's secured rank 7 in the UPSC CSE 2021. And I must say that very proud of what he has achieved under the circumstances and really glad to have him here on the program. Congratulations, Samyak. First and foremost, what is the feeling like?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me to your program. The feeling, sir, cannot be described in words, sir. It is overwhelming, and I think to a certain level, I still don't believe that this has happened to me.
So it's still sinking in, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
It will. It eventually will, and I must tell you that you have done this with your hard work. It has been, your achievement, and you should let it soak in as well, because this is not something that is going to happen every day. It's a dream. The dream is coming true, and savor every bit of it, savor every moment of it.
Yes. As I'm savoring every moment of this program right now.
Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Samyak, what made you think of a career in the Indian civil service? What pushed you in that direction?
So it was my experience during journalism that I came more face to face with the ground realities of this nation. And there was this urge inside of me to do something for them, for the people of this country, and to do something for my nation. My parents, they always urged me to go abroad, as my elder sister is already settled abroad. And they also are asking me that if you want, you can also go and settle in Europe, America, anything. But I was always sure that I want to do something for my country. And when I went to JNU, people around me were all preparing for UPSC already, and I came to know about civil services through them only. And through them, I realized what a career in civil services would be like, and the agencies and the opportunities that it could provide me with that I can utilize for changing lives of people. So therefore, I picked up a career in civil services.
Wonderful, wonderful. Come across several challenges along the way. Had the support of the family as well. For those of you who don't know, Samyak is visually impaired. He's taken the help to get through the examinations as well. Was that a challenge? How big a challenge was that, Samyak? And do you feel that different as a result of that?
So I don't think any challenges that I faced were any more or any less than challenges being faced by other aspirants. I think each aspirant that goes into the exam and each aspirant that passes the exam, they have all faced challenges. And so this was my challenge. I never took it, never took it something as of something that is bowing me down. In fact, I think I got more support and more. I think I could perform better because I had this. In the sense because I could concentrate more. I realized that my concentration powers have increased and I could study for longer, concentrating more, and my retaining knowledge retention had improved. So therefore, I don't take it as a challenge no more.
Fine. I mean, that's wonderful, and so happy to hear that. To say that we are all equal, we are all going through in this journey as equals, and everyone has their own difficulties, and each one's difficulty is the biggest challenge to that person at the end of the day. Because Samyak, since we're here, then let's talk about another aspect. Did you take up this challenge in a different way, or take up the challenge? When I say this challenge, I mean the challenge of UPSC itself. UPSC CSE in itself is a mammoth task, is a mammoth challenge getting through. What were the kind of study materials that you would take up? How would you go about preparing for the examination?
Sir, no, sir. I did not take it up in any different way. Again, all of those 5 lakh students that are appearing for UPSC, they're all studying from the same books. And believe me, I also studied from the same books, and I did not have any special book that contains all the right answers. The books remain the same. The NCRTs would be your basic books, And going beyond them, then there are certain books like Rajiv Ahir and Nitin Sanghania and M. Lakshmikant for polity, etc. That you require. I think those are the most common books, the most read books, the most easily available books, and the book list remains the same. You can simply Google it, and my book list and that book list would be exactly the same. But I think where the difference that I made in my studies was the point of preparation. I did not pick up the book first. I took out, I downloaded the syllabus and read the syllabus 2 3 times. Then when I had an idea of the syllabus and as to what UPSC is asking or desiring in an ideal civil servant, then I opened up the past year exams question papers, went through the past 10 years questions, and then I came to know what kind of questions the UPSC is asking. And it was only when I had accomplished these two things, then I opened up the book finally, and then I started studying. At the time of my studies as well, I always kept my sample question papers, previous year question papers, beside me, for ready references. If I read any topic, I would also know the kind of questions that are being asked from the topic, both in prelims as well as in mains. So I think that is something that was my difference to the preparation.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know your little secret and your difference as well, Samir. Uh, this was the second attempt, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What did you do differently? But if you compare the first attempt and the second attempt, first attempt didn't get past the prelims, second attempt going all the way through, and how? I mean, it's not just going all the way through, but securing, a top rank such as yours is marvelous. So, what was it? What was it that you did differently, and how would you compare the two attempts?
So I think I started learning from my mistakes. That was the biggest thing, which is the single most important thing that I did. In the first attempt, I started my preparations only in March 2020. And so by the time the prelims came, I think I was not very, very prepared for them. In any case, I was not very much prepared for the mains. Had I passed the prelims, I would have definitely not been able to pass my mains examination. Therefore, sir, during my second attempt, I solely focused on the mains for the first part of my preparation. I focused on my optionals, then I focused on ethics, and then I came to the rest of the GS subjects. It was only at T minus 60, that is 60 days before my prelims, that I stopped preparing for my mains and stopped answer writing. And I picked up entirely the prelims material, going through current affairs and preparing and solving question papers. The second most important thing that I did right in the second attempt was I did a lot of question papers. All in all, sir, I think I solved more than 6,000 questions before attempting those 100 questions in prelims 2021. And that is also what I did at the mains level. I think if you count the GS plus optional plus essay tests, I think I would have written some more than 40 tests, top to bottom, and looked at some 40 more tests and formulated the outline of their answers. So that is something which I did. So this constant evaluation, along with giving a lot of, along with keeping the right stress upon the various aspects of the UPS examination, I think that is what helped me crack the exam.
Wonderful. And what was your optional, Samyak, if I may ask?
So my optional was PSIR, Political Science and International
Very
Relations. I
interesting.
had done my MA in this in JNU.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, political science, of course, you have your regular books and everything else. And it's an interesting subject as well. It's an interesting subject of mine too. International relations, of course, the material is limited. You don't have any standard books or standard material to go through. So, what was your agenda, your plan, game plan as far as international relations are concerned?
So the paper 2 international relations has two parts to it, section A and section B. Section A is majorly static. It talks about the various theories of international relations, and I think that static part is easily available in books like Andrew Haywood, and there are also some very good coaching material, notes, handwritten notes that are available in the market. If you just go for it, the first thing that will hand out to you would be those notes, and those are very good notes. The section B, so that is a bit tricky, yes, because that is a very dynamic section, and that covers a lot of your foreign policy issues, especially the current affairs. So therefore, reading the newspaper becomes very essential for covering your section B. Again, there are some coaching notes that are available. By just before the exam, 1 or 2 weeks before the exam, they give you a gist of India's relations with each of its neighbors and each of the major powers in the world. I think that can help you a lot. Especially there are some coaching classes which do that. Again, newspaper is indispensable. I mostly read the Indian Express for that. And apart from that, so there are some books as well. There's a book called Does the Elephant Dance, uh, by Nagin Kohli. And then there's this book by Dr. S. Jaishankar, The India Way, which can also be a very good starting point for diving into the various curves of Indian diplomacy.
Absolutely. Very important there, this aspect of the newspapers and being up to date, because international relations and current affairs are such that, they're both intertwined and it keeps changing, almost on, if not a daily basis, at least on a weekly basis. There's some development that takes place. There's something that comes in that needs to be looked at.
Yes.
How was your personality test, Samyak? I mean, anything that stood out, anything that you would like to talk about?
So I was particularly happy about my personality test because I was very happy to see that most of the questions that were being asked from me were on the line. Basically, they were from my DAF, and those were the questions from my background itself. So my background is in media studies, so they asked me questions about the role of media in the society and the present situation of media in the society. Then my background is also in international relations, so they asked me questions about India and its relations with its neighbors, the changes that are taking place in neighboring countries like Pakistan, etc., etc. Also, the Russia-Ukraine war and its impact upon Indian diplomacy, the positives and negatives of India's stance upon the Russia-Ukraine war. So let me tell you the major thing about the interview is that they do not want to know the facts from you because they've already tested your facts ability in prelims and in mains. What they're looking for are opinionated answers, but your answers must be balanced as well as have a unique opinion that should stand you out. So that is the one key takeaway for personality tests.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Wonderful to hear that. And, Samyak, before we began the formal interaction, we were interacting as well. So I would like to take some credit too here because, I was pleasantly surprised when you said that journalism was an option for you. And, it was because of me that you looked towards journalism as well. And the role that some of the programs that I've done in my previous avatar and in my present avatar as well has played some kind of an impact. So I'd like to take some credit there as well. I mean, I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. I think what kind of an anchor must be. That I saw your show, the big picture, and I learned from there. And I think that was very inspiring. You were one of the inspiring figures behind my journey in journalism.
Thank you. Now, Samyak, supposing not supposing, in case you would like to say a few words to anyone who wants to follow you in your footsteps in what you've done and in what you've achieved, how you achieved it, what would you like to say to them?
Again, these are my personal opinions, but it is a very risky job guiding anyone because if they don't succeed, then they might end up blaming you for that. But again, with that caveat, this is my personal opinion. You are free to formulate your own. Uh, the first thing that I say is that there is no shortcut to success. There's no shortcut to hard work as well. You cannot escape hard work, and UPSC demands that you do hard work with consistency. 6 to 7 hours a day of hard work. I think that is what UPSC is looking for. If you are doing that, be honest to yourself. If you're doing that, then you don't need to worry today or tomorrow. Your UPSC is short to be cracked. Secondly, what I learned from my own experience was sometimes it is good not to have a plan B. uh, Plan B can push you towards push you into a comfort zone in which you might not be motivated enough to perform that well at UPSC. And UPSC is looking only and only for the best, not even the second best, just the best. So therefore, to have the driving force that I have to crack UPSC, no matter what, I have to be my personal best. And you can be your personal best just by not having a plan B. I think that worked for me. So I think those are the two key takeaways that I suggest to my
Wonderful, wonderful. Samyak,
yeah.
a pleasure having you on the program, a pleasure talking to you about your journey and how you went about it, how you achieved what you have achieved. You have a very stable head on your shoulders, a bright young man with a bright future ahead of you. And I know that you will do us all proud, and you will do this country proud as well. And you will serve the nation in the true spirit of serving it and to the best of your abilities. I wish you the very best and all the success in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was an honor being hosted by you. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Lovely. Lovely, Samyak. I'm going to let you go now. Well, that was Samyak Jain, of course, talking about his journey as far as the UPSC CSE is concerned, how he has been here, what he has been through, and what has helped him get through the UPSC CSE as well, and with flying colors. Rank 7 is no small feat. It's a wonderful achievement. His dream has finally come true, and I wish him the very best as well in everything that he does. Now, since you're here, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share the content as well so that more people get to know about Bharata First. And as I leave, let me tell you that you can realize your dream of being an Indian civil service officer. And we at Bharata First will help you along the way as well. I've taken time off for the last couple of months to mentor and to teach many of the students who have cracked UPSC CSE. At least 150 to 200 of them have been mentored by me. So in case you want that opportunity, you want that chance, all you need to do is log on to kc.bharatafirst.com or download the Bharata First app and register to one of the courses. We have massive discounts going on right now. Thanks to the support of a few good people, we have courses at less than 150 rupees a course. So all you need to do is sign up and be taken on this journey. And we have a new way of teaching and learning as well. And some of the top minds and brainchild behind this will have taken classes, will be taking classes and getting you to understand everything that we have to offer. So all you need to do is register at kc.bharatafirst.com. Well, that's it from me. See you again next time.